as you can see, I have the ultimate cameos, and as I said before, they are very tired at this time of day. They had a busy night running all around, and now it is rest and relaxation for them. So, great, it's good that you get to see them relaxed and on camera. But yes, another day praising the Lord. I have some great readings for you all today. Let's go ahead and open up with a message, a random message here. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. And we open and we pick one. I always draw my thumb down, not always, but draw my thumb down to the bottom. We have Surah 40, verses 75. So this is from the Surah titled The Believer. That is Surah 40. So let's go ahead and notate this. Surah 40, line 75. Craziness, hiding in privacy for privacy for fiasco. Line 75 reads, "That was because ye were wont to rejoice on earth in the things other than the truth, and that ye were wont to be insolent." So, a bit wordy. We might have to just break down the linguistics here. Let me just read a little context just so I can give you some good insight into the reason why they have left us in the lurch. Oh goodness, I'm having a little bit of difficulty figuring it out. I'll write it out and see how we feel. That was because ye were wont to rejoice on earth ye were wont to be insolent. So, from what I can gather, it has a bit of a negative connotation just with the words that are used. So let me go ahead and just do a little search of something here. Okay. So we have here showing a rude and arrogant lack of respect. That is the definition for insolent. And looking at an English translation of this, I'll read this out. It says, "This is because while you were on earth, you took delight in untruth and exulted in it." So, yes, this is a really great description of things we tend to get caught up in, and things that we find delights in here on earth. They are often very, very far from the truth. So to this I say, do not take delights or do not seek excitement from things that are not truthful, I guess. So drama, I talk about this a lot. Like, do not feed into any drama or anything like that. Just when you notice something that might be wreaking havoc on somebody's life, you see something that might actually be troubling for a lot of people, whether it's dramatized on TV or what have you, don't feed into that, because it's just going to perpetuate more of that energy and more of that emotion and more of that feeling. So if in best practice, it's good to just refrain completely. But sometimes it's hard to when it's a part of your life. That would be something that takes a little bit more strength and courage to actually separate yourself from that. So I could see how it could be a challenge, and I could see how this is a lot of people's struggle and downfall. And sometimes we do it unknowingly, sometimes it's a part of our lives, sometimes it's not a part of our lives, but it brings some kind of subconscious gratification. But at least we know, reading this, that it's for the wrong reasons. And I'm not going to go ahead and expose what is in the next lines, but it's not pretty for those that partake in this type of thing. So yeah, just a short little word there. I guess it's something that is kind of the mood of today. So let's just go ahead and be cautious and be observant of that fact. And let's go ahead and continue with our talks of Jesus. So we are going to learn how Jesus sent out his disciples. And it's actually not the 12 that we are familiar with. He sends out a number of more disciples. So that oftentimes gets overlooked, and we forget about the fact that there was actually a little, not a militia, but something like that went out in the name of the Lord aside from the 12 disciples. So we're going to go ahead and read about that in just a second. Bye-bye.